and then we do our intro. So, Foxy, it's your turn.
Yet again. Right.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back to Nerds Are Us channel. And we are back with another episode of Beyond Belief Factor Fiction.
That's correct.
As evident Willow right. So if you've watched our last episode, you'll realize that even when Amy is not here, we still can't fucking win.
Yes. But I mean, one of us has to win, but they didn't win well. Like, it was like,
Yeah.
It's like when a final ends up in like a penalty shootout or something like that. It's just like, it doesn't count. Fuck off. Like, no, it's off. We weren't a better team.
So, yes, no Dennis tonight.
Nope.
He will be back on a future episode, hopefully.
No doubt.
But we have Amy back to defend her streak.
As you can tell from the voices.
It's so lackluster.
Yeah, I know. I'm downplaying everything.
Guys, I'm disappointed in you all, to be honest. Like, I could have thought, like, maybe if like I wasn't there, you would like pull the finger out and one of you would win. But no, I mean.
Oh, you were so wrong with that. You were so fucking wrong.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why I give you the benefit.
Like, I say we would have reverted to the mean, but there was no mean to revert to. We've just been shit since the start. Like, literally, the only episode I've actually like defeated you was with a psychic course, and that one doesn't even fucking count. So, like, yeah, I have to wait until another psychic course pops out the fucking stable before I could even have a chance of winning.
Wait, we're not. There better not be another fucking horse episode.
Amy's just gonna have like flashback every time.
I'm so angry. I'm so angry over. I'm so angry over that horse episode. Like, forever. I will forever be upset over the horse.
And I hope you two at home were upset about a horse. Not even a psychic horse, just generally horses. Because, like, come on, like, they're lovely animals, you know? We should all feel sorry for them.
So for anyone keeping up, we are currently we're on season 3, episode 9. And if you would like to follow along with us, the link will be down below, and you can watch
it will be in the bottom right, because we're still able to do that, which is good. We're still able, even though these are now on YouTube. Apparently, we're not getting flagged to death. We're only like flagged to semi-death, so you know, can't make money out of all these things. But you know, it's fine. You know, we're a charity organization. We can survive these setbacks, right, Foxy? Yeah, you know. Just throwing it out there.
We need money.
He says. Anyway. Yeah.
we need to feed Amy's merch addiction.
How dare you? How dare you?
As I was going to say, it's like we know you don't have Amy at 100% because even the wall behind it doesn't have a flag behind it. We're reaching at a low end, like the white wall is actually space at the moment. That's what it is.
You know what? I'm looking at my complexion on this, and I'm like, I actually like if my hair was like I could probably just like sink into it.
You can blend into the wall.
Just become one. Yeah, I'm just becoming one with the ceiling.
Amy has activated no clip. She's going to just fall through the entire floor at this point.
Knowing my luck, that will probably happen anyway. So. Yes,
and it would make it. And funny enough, we will make an episode of Beyond Belief Factor Fiction when it gets rebooted next year, or maybe you don't know. Depends on what Frakes is doing these days.
So anyway, shall we get our Riker on?
I think we should. I think we waited long enough, so let's get into it. Foxy.
Amy, do you want to count us in today?
3, 2, 1. Play.
Alrighty. Again, best thing about it as well, I can actually have subtitles now as well, so I don't have to. I'm not missing anything now. It's great.
Hosted by Jonathan Brakes.
Okay, you can just call him Jonathan Brakes. Forget that. Cancel subtitles.
Your challenge is to separate what is true
by
from what is
Jonathan
false.
Brakes.
5 stories, some real, some fake. Can you judge which are fact and which are fiction?
Yes, I
To find
can.
out, you must enter a
Yes,
world
in
of
fact, she
both
has
truth
quite a record
and
on this.
deception.
That's why we're
A
doing
world
it.
that is
That's why this
beyond
episode,
the
this
look.
series continues to prevail. Out of interest, Amy, if you've seen the previous episodes, what would have been your record? Did you did you try out yourself?
I don't think I understood you. Wait, hold on a second.
Distracted by Jonathan Frakes.
Naturally, we all are.
A contoured sheet with obvious valleys and peaks. But when we take another look,
Oh.
Ooh, optical
Oh my
illusion.
God! Someone was able to print a
what's the
PNG of a texture. My God!
tonight you'll be asked to judge.
I
5
love
stories
optical
about
illusions.
fact.
Fuck you, Jonathan.
What will your
All right.
I don't know why.
You're just saying it
I don't know
because
why.
Frakes is holding it. Why are you being so aggro about this? Come on.
You may perceive plateaus of
I actually have a legitimate excuse for this. I'm hormonal. I could actually use that excuse, and I know for a fact that you cannot get mad at me for it.
No,
Oh, he's using science.
he is. He's using a little basic centrifuge.
And DNA. We can learn much about a person's family ties.
Oh, you fucking
even after
nerd.
the person's been dead for centuries. Samples of Thomas Jefferson's DNA.
Nerd, this is actual science. Fuck you.
He's actually using his like
You.
Family relationships. We
patient.
look in the mirror to get the genetic
No,
codes
he's
to
a
our
nerd.
parents and our siblings. Lorene has never felt that.
He's a starship officer. They're natural
I'm
nerds.
talking about you. I'm talking about you nerd.
I was about to marry my
Oh, I am
It's very obvious considering the name of the channel.
We had
Yes.
absolutely everything in common.
Which part of the nerds
Please,
are
I'm
you?
not a nerd.
Or
I'm a
us?
fan. See, I'm more the kind of us, I think, because like I don't really go into nerdgasms. I just find myself falling swiftly. Like I find myself slipping into fandom for like months, possibly years at a time. But then I'm able to shut it off.
And did you or did you not just do a podcast all about Supernatural and how much you love all of that show?
See, this the thing is, I was out of that, and then I fell back into it. I started wearing flannel again.
Sounds like being a nerd to me.
Right? No. That's not nerd. That's fandom. There's actually a difference.
That's being a mark.
And you grew so
Exactly. Although when it comes to anything but wrestling, we call it a fandom. Sherlock Holmes. Oh, Jesus, man. I remember when I was stuck in the Sherlock fandom. That was painful. We had to go years at a time before getting it fixed.
Cocaine habits.
No, more or less the fact that you're waiting nearly a year or 2 years at a time for the next series.
Mm.
Why would they lie?
And then fucking Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman had to go and get proper careers. They weren't just television anymore. They were actually actors, the bastards.
Really
fucking
successful
habit got
actors.
in the way.
Pricks.
I know.
Crazy the like journey that Martin Freeman has gone. I mean, he was an Ali G in the house,
Right now, we have a wedding
like
plan
as the friend.
and a future to consider.
I thought Simon Pegg was a weird one. Like seeing him was just like Simon Pegg doing like the Cornetto trilogy and then suddenly being Scotty in the Star Trek reboot. That doesn't work. That doesn't compute.
Sorry.
I don't like it.
Do you know what? No, don't even talk about the fucking Cornetto trilogy. Going from Spaced to Star Trek.
Honey,
There, that's it. That's it in a nutshell. Or being a paedophile on Brass Eye. That was pretty funny as well.
we're born to be married.
Spaced is actually one of
So
my
destiny.
favorite fucking TV shows of all time.
I still
And I found it
maintain
by
like,
accident.
for that for that show, the best episode is like the telepathic like gunfight.
Yeah.
I was adopted.
They're all like just getting in on it.
Maybe that's a lie too. I've always loved that
Love
we had
it.
the same birthday. It was something extra special that we shared.
It's gonna end up that these two are twins or
So good.
something.
I'll still love you either
Perhaps.
way.
Because they're saying like they both have the same birthday.
But if it's important to you, we'll find out the truth.
This whole fucking separated at bird type scenario. What
Oh,
the
we had
fuck's a
one of them
scenario?
before.
It's like a pistachio scenario.
I didn't know if I was trying to say situation or scenario. Scenario?
Scenario.
Potato.
A different scenario.
When Amy's in a state like this, she makes up new words to as a coping mechanism.
Scenario's not. That's not. That is a word.
Yeah, but I was talking about Sinaccio.
Need anything else? Come get me.
I didn't say Sinaccio. Did I say Sinaccio?
You definitely said Sinaccio. It's on record.
Sinaccio.
This is actually worse than Amy on Gin.
Well,
This is something far more potent.
this.
Here's a copy of your birth certificate.
This.
January 1st. Length, weight, parents, Russell and Edna Atkins. So I'm legit.
Here's the emergency room
Feed you
admission form.
legit.
Time of arrival. Patient already in labor. It's all by the book, honey.
Wasn't adopted after all.
Relieved?
It's
Yeah.
odd, someone
She
wrote
was
boy
separated at
crossed
birth.
it out.
Mm.
Oh.
Well, you're
Or
definitely
she's a different baby. Like it was a mix-up.
Maybe we're not done.
That's actually his parents. And
Odd. We don't usually deliver babies in the
Yeah.
Poor
emergency
things.
room. There's a maternity
be.
ward for that.
Well, it was January 1st. There was a blizzard. With the bad roads, my parents barely got to the hospital in time.
73. You know, I remember that night. I was an attendant nurse. New Year's Eve, power lines were down. The hospital was working on backup
I listen
generators.
to your fucking life
Ice
story.
on the highway caused awful accidents. We were doing double shifts to care for the injured.
And two
Also,
women
this is
in labor
highly
came in
insensitive
that
to my
night.
situation that
And
we're
look,
watching
on my mother's
Warner where
opinion
they're
form,
discussing
baby
babies.
boy is written and
Thanks,
been
guys.
marked out.
Well, it was so hectic.
It was just the next episode, all right?
Fox, I love the Fox. He just went.
I was born the same night.
The eyes just went a sign wider, and like, oh shit, she's gonna cry again.
It was crossed out and changed to boy.
Well, one boy baby and one girl baby. The paperwork must have been mixed up.
Is it possible that the paperwork wasn't mixed up, but that the babies were?
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Hey, the fact that I called it.
I love that you just turned to each other and was like, shit.
Is it too much to believe that two people raised by different families could fall deeply in love and turn out to have been switched at birth? Certainly switched.
I
at
don't
birth
know why,
stories
I
have become
just
more
like-
common over the years, but one combined with a love story. of strange
Jim,
credibility.
this is
It is now up to you to
inconsequential.
decide the truth or falsehood of the story. Have we presented you with the facts?
You know that
Or have we
happens
pulled
in
the last minute
fucking.
switch?
We'll tell you whether this story is true or false at the end of our show. Next, the spirits of Halloween are out for revenge on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
The thing is, do you ever see when people they don't realize that they're siblings and then they end up falling in love with one another?
Pumpkin patches are
Yeah.
as numerous as Christmas tree lights.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Every year,
yeah, it
millions are
would
spent
be
on
a common
costumes,
enough thing.
decorations, of course,
Well, I'd say common,
trick or
like,
candy.
well, not I mean like a
Christmas,
common enough thing,
Halloween
but like,
visits Scrooge's too.
what's that?
Take
What's
Harold Ratchet.
Japanese movie?
Harold
Happens
not
in
only
that
hates the
does.
holiday, he's a
It's very
troublemaker.
fucked up, actually, though. How
And the
that
trouble he
happens.
makes is for anyone foolish enough to ring his bell on Halloween night.
What's the movie called?
And
You
so
see
we
the
come to another
octopus.
year and another Halloween. But beware. Because on this Halloween,
Old Boy. Happens in Old Boy.
nobody can predict what we'll find.
Oh yeah, he sleeps with his
He's
own
held
daughter.
captive.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's held captive.
Every
He doesn't
community
know
has
it's
a
his
home
daughter.
called the Ratchet House.
Yeah.
It's the one owned by the meanest man.
Oh, Michael Myers is going to appear in
Luckily,
this
the
one.
townspeople didn't
This
have to
is-
interact.
The Ratchers.
He lived on the other side of the bridge.
The Ratchers.
The only time anyone bothered to cross the creek to see him at all was on Halloween.
I loved that pumpkin carving, lads. Not gonna lie, that was beautiful.
Storm's blowing in.
There's a name. Melody Fox.
Melody. Any relation, Fox?
Not that I'm aware of.
Not this time.
Not this time.
There'll be no kids coming by here tonight. Not after the lesson I taught them last year.
I wouldn't be so proud of that.
Just checking there. What time are you guys at again?
Well, they were trespassing on my property.
I have 10:08.
Spread
10:08,
out
smash
around
it.
the kids to come begging for treats.
And 10 up.
Besides,
Catch
I'll
up.
win that case in court.
The town's grown up. Suburbs are just to the other side of the bridge now. Have to expect some children coming over.
So is this story about a guy of like an old curmudgeon who finally discovers the secret of Halloween, which is
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. It's about like the ghosts of kids or some shit like that.
Well,
Although I do like his
mind
flannel.
you, any little hoodlums come across that bridge tonight.
this guy just is just a
They'll wish
proper
they had
prick.
wished
Like
they
he's just
had.
like, oh, well, what about the children? Is it this and the kids and the kids? And I wasn't like that as a kid. I'm so much better than the kid. I did all my schoolwork and everything.
I'm gonna have to turn my camera off for a second. Sorry, I need to try and get myself more comfortable. Hold on.
Carry on. I'll put up like a little loading screen.
Oh, fuck. Thank you.
You know how I feel about that.
Right, what time is that?
11:05.
Oh, fuck.
So can I.
Right,
You're okay. You're okay. Oh, fuck. No. Okay.
So is this the heartwarming story about how this guy who's pulling ribs at Halloween gets cut up with a cleaver by someone else?
possibly. He's just relishing the fact that like trick or treaters are coming.
Here you are. There. They don't all fall for your nonsense.
This teenager dressed up as Death is very almost certainly not Death.
So are you. We won't get any more trick-or-treaters tonight.
Cutting remarks from the wife there.
In this weather?
Oh, to put in the teeth in again. Bullshit. Let me guess, it's Death again. Okay, mate.
It's a voodoo doll.
Yeah.
No, sorry, a voodoo doll is not the correct term. What are they called? Effigy. Effigy?
Effigy, yeah.
No, because it's based on him.
Yeah, it's an effigy then.
I don't see anybody out there. You're making more out of this than need be.
It's like, fucks, I thought I made that word up as well.
Right. Like, this is a bit of a long shot, but what if the wife is playing a trick on him?
She does look like a sneaky bitch.
He's just sick of his shit at this point.
It's just a trick.
Scare him to death.
What else would it be?
Yeah.
Claim the
I
insurance.
don't know what you're getting yourself all worked up about, but
Pretty
I'm
much.
going to bed before you do
That's
the
my
same to
plan.
me.
I mean, that's what I do.
Like, she's grand. Like, she has comfortable deniability here now. So whatever. So the next thing that happens is just like, oh, he's scared until the dead. I was asleep. I didn't see anything. Oh no.
Whoa! Whoa! Lousy kid!
Monster.
Is it a kid though? Or is it the guy that your wife is sleeping with, dressed up as Death?
The case for the Winchesters. This is what this is.
Case for the fucking
That's a case for
X-Files.
ghost facers.
Yeah.
Ghost facers. The face are dangerous when others will not. Ghost facers. They have a real website. Ages. So
Yep.
funny.
Don't like how flimsy these houses are in America.
Houses in America are literally just made of wood, though, as well. They're literally just all timber. Very rarely will you actually find one that's made of brick.
Yeah.
The big bad wolf.
Ooh.
Just a scene out of like Scream or something.
Yeah.
I
And
think
again,
my
it's just
husband's
clearly
having
just
a
some
heart attack.
guy.
No, he doesn't have a history. He said
just
someone was
some guy.
terrorizing him. He's shaking. He can't hardly breathe.
He doesn't have a history. He's just a massive arsehole who doesn't like Halloween. It's all right, darling. We'll just call it October 31st from now on. You won't have to see Halloween ever again.
The bridge between us and town.
Did you ever see Hatchet?
No.
It's impossible.
The movie Hatchet.
The bridge
Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it.
To our house.
Oh, they're fucking. Oh my god, they're over the top gory just for the fuck of it, like. And it's like a character. How did you not notice that? How are you only noticing that now? How is that only like drawing your attention now?
Oh, lad.
Is he? Hold on a second. Is he carved into that fucking?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Breaks his. Okay, that's.
Out for revenge against
Well,
or was the culprit?
Do you want to
Home.
pray?
All right. No, actually, I find that to be a little bit kind of pompous, actually.
The hubris of that. If it was Picard carved into the pumpkin, then we can talk.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Or Geordie. Geordie would have been nice.
True or false at the end of our show.
But yeah, no, just go back on to Hatchet there for a second. I actually think there's 3 in the series, right? And if you take the credits out between the first and the second one, it's literally a continuous thing. It's spaced over the space of like one night sort of thing. Like it's a continuing story. There's no real break in between it. But I must see actually if I can download them, get them for weekend at Amy's, because I think you would get a kick out of them. Like they're proper schlocky. Yeah, they're proper schlocky shitty horror, but they're fun. Like they're not meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah.
And I still want to do Night of the Creeps as well. Yeah. It's very good though.
So this is the heartwarming story of a crazy cat lady.
But never before had I entered a situation not knowing the nature of the problem.
Christ, it's gonna be me.
The parents urged me to meet their daughter with them.
It's gonna be me.
I guess they felt if I didn't see it with my own eyes, I'd never believe it.
Oh, Mr. Jingles.
Night. Who calls their child Night?
Oh, fucking heck.
Oh, she actually takes better care
Was
of
it
the
Mike or
cat
Mike?
than she does herself.
Who's Night?
You know, we moved about 6
Holy
months ago.
shnikes.
Wendy was upset about leaving her old school and her friends. So
Who wears a waistcoat that looks like a carpet?
I tried to explain to her we had to relocate for this
Like
job.
Jonathan.
People of the 90s.
Well,
Jesus, Melody Fox is on a roll here. She must be the new intern.
I really loved that cat. I mean, Precious slept on her bed every night on a special pillow. Followed Wendy around like a shadow.
Fucking self, you
Really
absolute.
sweet. Where's the cat? Oh, well, about 2 months ago, it ran out into the street.
She looks very like Winona Ryder.
Well, I was thinking that, or else the ma from not the ma, but the wife from Everybody Loves Raymond.
maybe I should have agreed to seek out help sooner, but kids, teenagers, they're supposed to
Not the
act
old
like
ma,
something.
obviously, but like Ray's wife.
At first, we thought
Yeah.
it was some sort of
Yeah, but
And that also look that blonde one is a little bit like Helen Hunt.
angry. Now we don't know what to think, except that
I was trying to place her, I just
It
couldn't
just
find
went-
it. Yeah.
we really need some help.
What do you mean by eccentric?
looking for that surprise cameo.
We haven't had one in the last while, to be fair. You seem to just use them all up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Pity.
Hey.
Because I know Dennis Hopper
Stop
is in an episode, but I don't know which one. We haven't found them yet.
Dana White.
Sorry, her name is Dana White.
In a white.
We asked Dr.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
So she would go on to own UFC.
To be fair,
She's got to
Dana
get
White
sex
is
change.
such a hyper-masculine little dickhead. I actually would bet over her than him in a fight. The real Dana White would just pump a lot of steroids, wank himself to an early grave, and then this woman would win by default.
You're hungry today, huh?
I don't know if it comes across, but I don't like Dana White or the UFC. I think it's a overpopulated sport.
But we also need to call the Winchesters in on this case. It's a haunted cat.
No, it's a child with trauma.
Oh, the imaginary.
Yes.
Sorry, I believe the
Not his
Winchesters.
imaginary friend.
The Winchesters took on imaginary friends as well. Thank you very much.
I'm sure they
God,
did,
I
eh?
hate myself. They
Foxy,
did.
don't believe it's
They
supernatural.
did.
Real. It's a TV show. Don't tell her, okay?
Actually disappears.
Right. Anyway, what are we talking about?
What were you guys whispering there just a second ago?
Nothing. No, I'm just
damn
watching the episode. We're talking about Melody Fox there, and very good writer.
Well, for a while we went along with the charade. We thought maybe it would be better for her, but then last week we finally confronted her.
I love that the wife is trying to get emotional by just like poking herself in the eyes. Like, oh, I'm so emotional about it. Oh, cry, damn it!
Oh, I did that yesterday when I fucking did that yesterday. I did accident. Like, okay, funny story. When I was getting the ultrasound done, it was cold. Like, it's really fucking. I wasn't expecting it to be as cold as it was. And she puts the thing on it, and I was kind of like running, like moving hair out of my face, and I literally poked myself in the eye because it caught me off so hard. That shit hurt. Okay, poking yourself in the eye really fucking hurts.
I have a lot of experience in situations like this.
That's something that
My gut just tells me that this
I'm glad I have none, because Jesus Christ, that would have fucking blinded me, I'd say. But I just jumped and just in. I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah, no, I'm
It's
fine.
the thumbnail.
I'm fine. And it's just streaming. Like, my eye was just streaming tears. If that turns out to be the thumbnail, I'm going to be so disappointed. And yet
I'm not
also
mad.
slightly
I'm
impressed.
just disappointed.
It's what YouTube does. It catches you at your worst time. Literally, like.
I just don't get it. I don't need a
It's always my worst time. Why can't be one of you having a shit day?
I'm just way too consistent, you know. Like I had my bad days in the first year of Monday Madness. No one's gonna watch that shit.
Is this why you're constantly in darkness? Is this why you've done it? Because you're like, Grad, like it won't actually pick up anything on me.
Yeah, exactly. No one will notice I actually shit on
everyone else.
Yeah, when I have myself in darkness, no one will notice I've kissed myself 3 times since we done this recording.
Darkness falls across the land.
Sure.
The midnight
Midnight
hour
is close at hand.
Midnight hour.
Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood.
I'm Vincent Price.
You scaredy cat.
Where
That
was
sounds
Price?
familiar.
His wonderful voice.
No, he was in Scooby Doo. But right.
The original Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
There's a movie. I'm nearly sure it's Vincent. Oh, it's not Vincent Price. I'm very wrong. It's Boris. What's Boris?
Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff.
That's Frankenstein.
And Bela Lugosi. Yeah, and Bela Lugosi. Dracula. There was a movie version of the Pit and the Pendulum. Pit and the Pendulum, or is it the Black Cat? It's an Edgar Allan Poe story. Anyway, that the two of them do, and it's done in black and white. Anyway, it's only like an hour long, and there's nothing in it. Like, there's no. Like, obviously, this is like the 30s, so like, there's no blood or gore or any shit like that in it. But it's just having Boris and Bella like in the roles and how well they play it. I remember I downloaded it. I watched it one Sunday morning, and I was like fucking terrified watching this. And then just added Edgar Allan Poe like to the mix. It's very good. Highly recommend just watch it. I'll double check. It's either the Pit and the Pendulum or it's the Black Cat. But either way, it's very good.
What's the bet? And she's going to develop those photos.
Yeah, the fucking cats. Yeah, there's going to be a cat. Yeah. Oh, totally. Without a fucking doubt.
Or it's a devil cat.
From the photo lab.
Or it's a dog all this time.
It's a hellhound. It's a hellhound.
I'm your pet now.
I'm
so upset.
Sticker, boys!
That is a cute fucking cat.
That is actually. With the red eyes.
Well,
What's the
bear in mind, when we used to take a photograph, it was always
Precious
red
show up
eyes.
in the photograph? Remember, the role of Phil
Now,
was already
playing devil's advocate here, what if they just got like those photos mixed up with old ones of her holding the cat in the exact same pose?
a double exposure.
Literally just like pure coincidence.
It'd be very
Images of Precious on that same role.
It would be possible, I would imagine, though.
Still existed
Yeah,
on
it's
some
possible, but unlikely.
spiritual level.
What I'd say.
A soul that could be seen and felt by the person who loved him most, Wendy Baker.
Like, I know ghost photography is a thing, and normally you can kind of like see like a whisper or a smoke or whatever it is of somebody you think, and then the brain kind of like extrapolates the rest. So I think they might have taken a bit of a liberty there with their photograph being so genuinely real life.
On Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
Like in that case, I'd say it was more like it was the outline of the cat, and then they said, "Oh, it's definitely her."
Motel rooms. Something most of us take for granted. But think about the mysteries that exist in the simple act of opening.
All right, I kind of went out on a limb here thinking that a can of Monster would help my headache.
What activities?
You're wrong.
Has anything been left
No,
behind?
I was correct.
What will await you during your stay?
Oh, there's your answer. You
In
were
most
just
cases,
Yeah.
those questions are
we're like
important.
stimulants. There you go.
For Joe Bender and his wife Angie.
That's literally it, because one of the things saying goes if you had to get rid of a headache quickly, and goes you may need caffeine.
Yeah, like it's one of the first things that like you're lacking really in that sense.
Which one are you drinking?
was once a good cop, but the years on the force that they
Pacific
were told
Punch.
hard about criminals.
Oh, the
And lately he was burned out, proving himself
Yeah,
big
the
trouble.
sexy can, yeah.
His suspension gave us a chance to
We're not sponsored by the way.
This is
Just
fucking
ourselves.
delicious.
Something
No, we're not,
really
but we're
needed.
on hoping to get there.
We are always open to sponsorship.
Dunn's.
But I knew the police force.
Well, we went around to Dunn's earlier on, and they're actually they have now their set packs of Loco. Yeah, I was just gonna say they're selling the 4 packs of Loco, and then they finally started stocking the Pacific Punch, which I would bathe in.
Oh yeah, Rascals, please sponsor.
Whenever you're ready, lads.
Yeah.
Get on with it. Yeah.
I love you and your salsas.
Send us some free booze, please.
I have a box on the way.
I need to get drunk badly.
Soon, my friend.
I'm
soon.
really serious about that. I need to get drunk badly.
I've come to talk with you again. Oh no, Dell's about to die.
Oh, hang on. What?
I fucking hate this part so much.
I don't normally send people to this room, but because it has problems.
This is room 23. We call this the room where all the weird stuff
For
is.
both of us.
You want to know where all the weird stuff is? It's in room 23, which is what your key is right
I had
now.
seen the old woman's reaction to the paper through the office window. She knew who Joe was, all right.
Notice how like it's cop accused and team beating. But yeah, she doesn't read the rest of the story.
Joe, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, it's a
I
Western guy.
My God, did you hurt yourself?
Get the witnesses.
This way.
That's blood.
Thank you. You just
I
contaminated
couldn't
the
get Joe to
evidence.
change rooms. He just wanted this one cleaned up. I was feeling very uncomfortable.
There was not that much blood, lads.
It's gone now.
I'm nearly sure she was in Pet Cemetery.
Unbelievable.
She has been in something and I can't place her. I remember the face.
I think she's Missy from Pet Cemetery, who's the one that hangs herself. From the she has stomach cancer, and I think that's her.
Those bastards. After everything I've given. And the courts, the courts, they protect the guilty.
I've never seen the
Don't
first
think that I don't know which
Cemetery.
ones are guilty.
Seen the second one.
First, but Edward Furlong.
Punk.
I think so.
He deserved everything that he got.
I've never actually seen that one. I keep meaning to watch it. The first one, I read the book of it and it scared the shit out of me. Like, I'm not even like scared the shit. It made me so uneasy. Like, it was so unsettling after reading it. Like, it was one of those type of situations. That I gave the book a lend to somebody and I never got it back. And I haven't been able to find a copy of it since.
That's unusual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's, like when, especially with movies, especially when they remade it, normally they would re-release the book as well.
Yeah.
And I kind of forgot about it. Like, I kind of forgot, I need to go and get it. It was only when I was looking at my collection one day and I was like, shit, I never got a new version of Pet Sematary. But all the Stephen King novels that I have, they're all from the same re-release. So they all have the exact same covers, which now means if I buy a new Pet Cemetery, I won't be able to get that particular cover again. And it annoys me a little bit. I think it's a little bit annoying. But I'll go back on to the fucking book depository and see if I can find them. I'd love to get back.
That's fun. on?
Dell's dead, by the way. Person fucked up the execution.
Right now, you're gonna tell me what's in our room.
What the fuck?
No, what your doctor?
Such
Lie to me.
No!
Hey Joe, wait, hold that gun in your hand. Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
I only know what other people.
Is he where you're accused,
What?
Joe?
A long time ago, a man named William Bonney was killed in an unfair gunfight.
Billy the fucking kid.
That his spirit remained.
That's who William Bonney is. He's Billy the kid.
William Bonney died on this ground.
Now the thing is, this
I've never seen
show has a track record of using these and they end up being true.
Tonight isn't the first night that I've had to.
Yeah. Anything that actually
When they
anything
name
that
drop.
has referred
Yeah.
to a historical character always turns out to be true.
Yes. I think the only exception to the rule was the Elvis fight.
Believe all this about a
Because
glass
Elvis was such a general name. Like it just wouldn't have held water anyway.
Some think he's waiting on a chance.
I'm still surprised by the
You see, in
oh,
that
which one was it?
William Bonney was shot dead by a long man.
What's his name? Grant. Do you remember that one? The Grant one.
Yeah. So he shot himself.
Oh, Joe's the lawman.
He is.
William Bonney took his revenge by shooting the lawman that shot him.
Did Joe Bender fall prey to a ghost, or was he the victim of his own guilty conscience? Did his stressful situation lend to his own suicide, or was his demise caused by the spirit of Billy the Kid, a man who was unfairly shot to death years ago by another lawman? In judging the merits of this story, you must decide the winner of the showdown.
Again, they don't normally name drop, but when they do, they normally mean it.
I watch Young Guns.
We'll tell you whether this story is true or false at the end of our show. Next, a married couple encounter a strange drifter on Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
These are all things that come in handy when your car gets a flat tire. Of course, many people choose to
It's
stay
a, I don't know what it is, but it looks good, doesn't it? Huh? Get it?
I will tell you now, right? The only thing that came in handy for me when I had a flat tire was the fact that the guardie pulled up behind us because we couldn't get the bolts off to get the actual tire off, and the guard had to do it for us. So the guards actually changed the flat tire for us on our way to fucking Galway, and I'd never been happier. Never been happier to see a guard car pull up behind me. Two of us smoking on the side of the road in the pissing rain, just been like, this is our life now, we're never gonna be able to get out of here, because we were like, we couldn't get an AA truck or anything like that when it was bollocks. And then the guards came up and they were like, yeah, we saw you might have been in a bit of trouble there when we were driving down. We were like, please help us, we don't know what we're doing. And then my friend who was with us, she was like, oh my god, why do I feel so guilty? She goes, what they like asked us to search the car? For what? We don't have anything in the car.
Just us. And we're innocent. Look at us.
I make plenty of time for you.
Oh, just like you make time for your boss, your friends, your golf buddies? You always make me feel like I'm last in line.
Also, apologies for people watching this episode. I understand that my camera has got shit quality, but I am actually this pale. I'm not well.
No,
This fella's fucking familiar as well. This fella's really familiar as well.
He just has one of those faces where like the generic actor face, you know?
Is he Pam's fiance in the American Office?
Oh.
Before Jim. Is that him?
I don't know. Don't think so.
Generic male actor.
He is though. Like he just it's
great an actor.
A lot of lads are like that.
It is.
Yeah.
No, I'm nearly sure that is him.
You may have talked me into it, but I know I've seen him in something else. Oh, hello.
David! A Spacey lookalike has entered the chat.
I'm not Kevin Spacey. I'm Kevin Space Man. I drift around looking for fresh meat too, because I expert in roadkill. You see. Not Kevin Spacey.
There's a storm waiting in the sky.
In the
You'd
stars.
like to come meet us.
He'd like to come and meet us, and you'll offer to change your tires.
Is this a good idea?
We'll give you a couple bucks.
It's a ghost of a man.
Like, done.
I love that.
It's the ghost of the AA man.
It's a sequel to the much loved Monty Python sketch, Bicycle Repairman. Bicycle Repairman, how can we ever thank you?
Oh,
the Bicycle Repairman.
oh, do you know what? Do you know the sketch where they do? It's the four lads. Before them, always like in a smoking room, discussing what it was like growing up.
The Four Yorkshiremen sketch.
Luxury.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Right. I'd watched it one of my insomnia-driven nights when I couldn't sleep and I was watching a lot of Monty Python. And the next day, I was chatting to my man, and I'd mentioned something about something that was happening in work, and she goes, "Oh God, you're lucky." Because back in my day. And then she said something, right? And she said something. I'm kind of like, okay. And then Dad came in. He was like, "You think that's bad?" And then he then proceeded to do his thing. And then they tried to one up each other. I pissed myself laughing. They were like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, why have you turned into Monty Python? My mom looked really confused, and my dad just kind of went, "Luxury," and I went, "Yes." He's like, "Oh fuck." He was like, "Jesus Christ."
It's beyond parody at that point.
I'd feel better if you put on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, oh my God, like it's not even like a joke anymore. This is just used. Do you know who he reminds me of, Foxy? Cass. Cass, just sitting in the back. He just appears.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jonathan, you wouldn't understand my supernatural reference there.
That's fine, because I was going to say he looked a bit like David Blaine.
When the time comes to leave you.
Stop acting foolish.
So,
Have an eye written on my hands because I'm weird.
Can you not at least lie to us? No, would it kill you to lie? No, it wouldn't kill me, but I just don't want to.
Anyone to answer to, complete freedom.
I pulled you from the depths of purgatory.
I'm the one that raised you from perdition. Yes, you did, sir. Yes, you did.
Can be gained when two join together as one. Have someone who knows your pride.
Meanwhile, me sitting behind a TV screen watching this unfold, been like, "Now, kids!"
This is what this guy is doing. Like, he's actually just like, okay, this guy isn't a ghost, but he's just really good at like, being a drifter. Where he just like, he just jumps into people's lives, fixes them, he gets a little bit of like crack out of it, and then moves on to the next one. This guy's almost certainly not a ghost.
No, he's literally just like, he's helping their relationship.
Yeah, that's it. He's got his own TV show. He's fucking Quantum Leap. That's what he is. Sammy! It's the saddest part. He never got home. It's the saddest part about that show. He never got home. He's still Quantum Leap to this day.
I'm trying to understand me as a child, right? Because I used to love watching Quantum Leap as a kid, and then I also watched Sequest, right, with Roy Scheider, and also the original Walker Texas Ranger, right? Now, I would have been like 4 or 5 up until like the age of 10. I would constantly watch these shows, and I watched one of them back recently because it was on like whatever, the CBS channel or something. They were showing them, and I was watching them, and I was like, this is absolute dog shit. Why am I watching this? And my dad was like, he used to ask you that. I was like, I used to always question why you used to watch this crap when you were younger.
Yeah.
Because you used to fold the duvet up, right? I used to roll the duvet and make it into the shape of a dolphin because that was what they had on Deep Sequest. On Sequest. You always had a vivid imagination when you were watching TV shows. And I was like, what's I do when I watched Walker Texas Ranger? He goes, you tried to roundhouse kick Paul in the face, but you fell.
When we finally arrived at Paul's mother's house, things were different. She said something had happened.
I'd say you're happy about that though. Like Jared Padalecki becoming Walker.
and we owed it all to
Oh
that
yes,
drifter.
I'm also. Do you know what? Also as well, I'm very, very happy that Jensen Ackles is going to be Soldier Boy.
So was the strange hitchhiker that disappeared from the car a ghost?
Gets you all tingly.
If he was real, how did he disappear from the back seat?
I mean that like an excited way, not in like a pervy way. It's one of those things like, you know, when someone's been on a show for like so long and you're thinking, oh shit, they're never going to get out of these characters and they might never work again. But like Jensen Ackles is a fantastic actor. Like he really is a fantastic actor. The shit that he was able to do in Supernatural, from going like just comedic to angsty, hurt, anger, like he's really good at like switching up.
And which are fiction. When beyond
So it is nice to see that he isn't just going into oblivion.
Now it's time to find out which of our stories was inspired.
Right, lads, what do we think
by
about these
events,
ones?
and which ones are total fiction?
Right.
What was your opinion of the
It's all
story of the
bollocks.
couple in love?
No, I'm only messing.
who turned out to be switched at birth?
Oh, the switched at birth ones? I'm gonna go true.
The nurse wrote it down wrong, and then the doctor corrected it.
50-50 on this one. I'm going to say
Separate a birth. True.
My mother's record said baby girl.
Okay, so we're all going true.
Yeah, I just think there's more plausible. There's less plausible ones in this set, so it's kind of like it's one of those ones. It's a bit of a pick 'em.
Paperwork must have been mixed up.
Is this one too fantastic to be true? Not really. Our research shows that a similar story took place involving a couple in the North
Nice.
around the late
All right, we're off to a good start. Right then.
Now let's take a look at the evil Halloween Scrooge who was paid back for his treachery by an unexplainable force. Rick?
Right, so this. Now this one.
This is bollocks.
I'm gonna. Yeah. Just in case it's just like it's like
this is
coincidences.
It's a shit holiday. This is a Halloween story. It's basically bollocks.
Yeah. Foxy?
Did you think our research staff found a story inspired
Right.
by an actual event? Not this time. It's the creation of a writer.
Boom. All right, 2 for 2, lads. We're doing good.
This is the
How
cat
did you
now.
judge the story of the girl with the imaginary cat that turned out to be more
Again, now
than
this
just
is just asking like how far they taking the ghost photography stuff.
So true or false? Do we think?
For the cat, bollocks.
A little.
Jonathan?
Mm,
I'm going true.
Sure. Go ahead.
Actually, fuck it. I'll go fact.
She always
Sorry.
loves taking her afternoon.
again, if it's a case of ghost photography, I'm gonna go true because they're just gonna make themselves believe that it's there.
The young woman obsessed
I'm going
by
true.
a cat that nobody but her could see. No, this story is inspired by an actual event that took place near Paris in the mid-50s.
I was right to switch.
Jesus.
What did you make of the tale of the crooked policeman who apparently received his revenge from
Now, I'm gonna
William
say
Bonney one.
I'm
I'm
gonna say
saying
false
true.
again. I'm gonna go false.
Okay. Foxy?
I want to say true, but yeah, fuck it. We'll go true.
Okay.
Okay.
I do feel like I'm wrong, but I'm kind of playing numbers here.
I mean, I'm not sure.
William Bonney was killed in an unfair gunfight. And
We have
But like I
had
said,
there has been a
when-
fair few trues actually.
Yeah, when they name drop, they do tend to mean it. So I
Yeah.
feel like I'm gonna be wrong
Real
here.
event this one did occur in a period between the world wars in the American Southwest. It's fact.
Ooh.
Well, there you go. All right then.
Now let's
I'm
review
happy
the
to
story
stand
of the
correct on
mysterious hitchhiker who changed the lives of a married couple. True or false?
There's no reason for this to be flat.
You see, the reason I said this because I thought that this was going to be true.
I think true for the drifter.
Yeah.
Looks like you need
Going
help.
true.
If you thought this one was
Okay.
based on an actual event, you're right. It's a story that has been reported by travelers along a highway in New York State. It's fact.
Foxy.
Foxy, you've drawn.
Foxy has entered the game.
How was your perception tonight?
Yes. And he didn't even mean it either.
Perception of truth must
If
be
you
shared.
hadn't changed your one, you changed one from false and then you went, no, fuck it, true.
That's the challenge
Yeah.
of discerning fact from fiction.
Fucking
That's
hell.
why we're often left
Well.
with a choice
There you go, man.
that's beyond belief. I'm
Huh.
Jonathan Frakes.
I was only
This
talking
isn't
about this
pride, I
before,
feel.
jokingly.
This is, yeah, this isn't pride I'm feeling. This is actually bitterness now. I've been like not the only one to get them all right.
Fact or fiction. This
Well,
is
Foxy,
Off on
well done.
Interesting.
Oh, you want a sad little life you live. I hope you enjoyed the money. Now get out of my house.
Get out of my house.
What money?
That is still the greatest
If it ever
episode of
transpires-
Come Dine With Me that has ever
Yes.
is been in existence. The greatest episode ever.
If it ever transpires, we're able to
Sorry,
do
what
this in
we-
person again, and you do lose an episode, you are morally obliged to do that speech. And we all have to sit there really awkwardly as you kick me and Foxy out of my own house.
Yes.
And change
Yes.
of room.
Oh my God,
It is on camera. She can't take
I
it back.
actually, oh my God, lads, I want to get the next one that we do face to face wrong, just so I can do
He'll purposely just throw the game so you can
Yeah.
do that.
That's it. So
I was like, I refuse to answer. I refuse to answer. I refuse to answer.
No
just
comment.
So I automatically get them all wrong.
it's the one time the psychic horse gets its revenge, and it just throws you off your game, and you're just going to kick off about it. It's going to be brilliant. Oh boy. So yeah. Well, you didn't lose, Amy. You just drew instead. Foxy was on his A game.
Unintentionally.
Hold on,
Fucking
but-
hell. I really like.
I'm curious. So hold on a second. So I'm curious then, because I also got all mine right.
Yes.
So what was I was 16 and now, wasn't
You were 13-0.
because
So
I missed.
you missed one. So that one didn't kind of count in the sequence. So like.
Yeah, well, to be fair, because I remember I do remember saying to you, so I would take that as a loss, but you said no.
No, we have to keep our gimmick going.
Okay, so does this count now as 14-1? Like, see, my one would still be.
You didn't
like
lose.
my one is still counted.
didn't
Yeah,
lose.
that's what I mean. Like
Draw, you know.
You didn't
yeah,
lose.
but I drew.
Yeah.
But would it not count as one against me though?
No.
So I would
No.
now technically be 14-1.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I
14-0.
wouldn't call it that. No.
You haven't
No, I don't
lost
think
it.
so. Yeah.
You got everything right, so therefore, like, you haven't lost.
Yeah, I'm a Foxy.
Okay,
on
then in
You'd
that
have
case,
to,
then.
we'd have to have
Okay,
beaten you. We've
So
only
then in
drawn
this
level.
case, then. Okay, so in this case, then would it be counted then as Foxy being 13-1 in his one? Because he's won.
13-1. So that'd be me.
Sorry, 14.
Yeah.
Sorry, 14-1. Sorry, 14-1. Because I missed
As in
one.
give a
episode,
point
so
to
you'd
both
be
of yous.
14-1. Yeah. So like, if Jonathan is now what 14-0. Okay.
Well, I would have got the
No.
one from last week, but
You
like
won
if we're
last week.
counting, yeah. So like I would have got that one,
Yeah.
and then like Foxy has one, and you have 14. So in a sense, your streak is still there. Like you haven't been beaten.
Okay.
It's just the scoring is
Okay,
just a
right,
little
that's
bit
fine.
jigged up. Yeah, so it's still 14.
Grant.
one.
Okay, no, that's Grant. Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my understanding of it is a little bit okay. God,
Alright
lads,
then.
I take this far too seriously.
You actually do. That's the thing. Like you're trying to give me an answer here. Like we're going to VAR to see who got there first. It's like who cares?
Commander Data, what do you say?
Captain, I
Nobody
think
lost.
Captain, I think all of these stories are complete horseshit. Yes, I know, Data, but I'm asking you for who got there first. I wasn't paying attention, sir. I was too busy stroking my cat. I'm learning how it is to cry.
Anyway.
On that note, I don't know why I decided to slander Brent Spiner, but fuck it. It didn't keep him with the theme.
Let us know in the comments below. If you like the video, do all that good stuff, like, subscribe.
Yes.
Tell your friends. They'll have a bit of fun. As we did. But
exactly.
In the meantime, I've been Foxy and Jonathan. That's been Amy. And that's all.
And that's been the lie.
Next one.
That's good. I like what you did there. I like what you did there.